One challenge when analyzing data is how to extract value from your free text fields. This could be things like agent notes, call transcripts, or customer reviews. And so I'm going to show you how you can use the unsupervised tool to capture some of the information that can be buried in there and include it in your analysis. So the first thing I'm going to do here is go to our Gen AI questions tool. And within that tool, I'm going to select new question. Now today for the demo, I'm going to be reviewing some Yelp review data that we pulled from online. And so first, from record type, I'll choose that I want to look at reviews. And then I choose the specific text field that I want to analyze. So in this case, I'm looking at the actual review text that each customer left about the restaurant. And you can see here, we start off with some pre-built questions just to get you started. Things like, what is the tone of this text? What different products and services are mentioned in this text? And these can give you a good starting point that you can then build off of later. So let's get started with one of the pre-builts. What is the tone of this text? I'm going to use that question and click preview results. And what you can see here is for every review, you see the text that's actually in that field, and you see the value that the AI has returned for us, which is basically either positive, mixed, or negative. And it'll do that for every single row in the data set. Now, let's say you want to change the different values that the AI is choosing from here. Maybe there's some specific ones you use business-wide, things that make more sense, that kind of thing. You can actually come in here and say, use happy, angry, or indifferent, and do it again. And what you'll see is now it's going to choose from those specific values that I gave it to choose from. So even once you have a question, you can still go in and augment what it's going to return as far as value. So now let's try another pre-built question we have here that might be particularly useful, especially for things like a restaurant review, which is what different products and services are mentioned. So are there different menu items or things like that that are catching customers' attention? So I'll click what products and services are mentioned in this text and preview my results. And what you can see here is for every review, it's gone through and it's pulled out some of the specific menu items that the customer might be mentioning. It could be sushi, could be bar with live music. Looks like we have a gym membership mixed in here, but that's another useful pre-built question that you can ask right out of the box that'll get you some useful information out of your fields. So now I'm going to move away from the pre-built questions, which can be a little bit more generic, and I'm going to ask a specific question that I want to know about this field. So I'm going to try and create a categorical variable where I try and group every review into one of four main categories. And so I'll ask my question here, does this review focus on value, food quality, service, or atmosphere? And I'll click preview results, and you can see, given those four options I gave it, it's going to look at every review and decide which one was most applicable. And so if you're trying to group things more broadly and capture some larger themes, that's another thing that you can do using the AI questions. So now let's say I have a specific event that I want to look for within these reviews. And I basically want to look for it and create a feature flag 1 versus 0 for whether or not that event happened. So what I could do here would be type something like, does this review include a complaint? Use 1 or 0 values. Click preview results, and you can see a complaint might be something that was subjective and hard to pull out using other methods, but here the agent's able to go through, read through the review, and decide, does what's in here constitute a complaint or not? And I get this nice 1 or 0 feature flag field that I could use in a bunch of different ways. So now let's say I want to take that last feature flag one step further. I don't just want to know whether or not the customer had a complaint. I actually want to know specifically what that complaint was. So here I can type a question, what did the review complain about? And hit preview results. And here, some of these reviews didn't have a complaint, so they'll be empty. But for the ones that do, you'll see the general theme of the complaint: service, fees, atmosphere, value, things like that. And so that can be helpful when you're looking for more specific, detailed information around what specifically is making the customer unhappy. So you can see how I use unsupervised to capture that information that's typically buried within these text fields. Once you have that information captured, you can also do a lot of really cool things with it. One, you can use it to generate new unsupervised insights, but two, you can also write all of these new fields back to your original data source, which lets you use it anywhere else that you want to. So that's it for today's demo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see other videos like it, you can go to our YouTube channel or our website to check them out. Or if you're ready to try using unsupervised on your own data, you can go to unsupervised.com/demo to request one, and we'll reach out to get you set up.